The story of Thomas and Emmeline Brown and their family provide a window into the lives of African Americans in 19th century Charles County, including being enslaved at the Pomonkey Mount Aventine plantation, as well as facing struggles after emancipation. A special exhibit on the Thomas Brown family was installed in the library of Mount Aventine in 2025. The exhibit includes artifacts from an archaeological survey the state of Maryland did in 1994 of the Thomas Brown and adjacent properties. The artifacts are on loan from the Maryland Archaeological Conservation Lab, Jefferson Patterson Park and Museum. Dr. Richard Cook, a member of the board of directors of the Friends of Chapman State Park, presented 2 scholarship awards to Javon Thompson. The award was made to a descendant of Thomas Brown.
Has acknowledged the significance of an ancestral relationship with Thomas Brown. Through insightful conversations with my great aunt, Reverend Dr. Ruby M. Brown Thomas,
The story of Thomas and Emmeline Brown and their family provide a window into the lives of African Americans in 19th century Charles County, including being enslaved at the Pomonkey Mount Aventine plantation, as well as facing struggles after emancipation. Thomas Brown was born to William and Eliza Dent Brown in 1837. He was enslaved by Susanna P. Chapman at the Pomonkey Mount Aventine plantation. Brown married Emmeline Curry sometime before emancipation. Together they had 8 children: Nanny, Lizzie, George, William, John, Joseph, Isaac, and Fanny. The Browns were set free in 1864 when slavery was outlawed in Maryland. Photos are available for some of Thomas Brown's descendants, including his son, Joseph, who married Helene Johnson, and they had a daughter, Mary Lucille Brown. Mary Lucille married John Wilbur Greenfield, and they had 5 children, including sons Donald Wilbur, who died in 2017, and Francis Everett, who died in 2019. Like most African Americans who chose to remain in Charles County after emancipation, the Browns worked as illiterate tenant farmers for their wealthier white neighbors. In 1877, however, the Browns saved enough money to purchase 25 acres for $202 from Eugene and Margaret Bronner. Property ownership was a rare achievement for an African American family at this time. According to an 1880 federal census, only 3% of black families owned land in Charles County. The Browners also sold adjacent properties to 2 other African Americans, Columbus Smith and James Brown. All 3 purchasers may have been formally associated with the Browners through enslavement or as field hands. The Browns built a log cabin house on the land they purchased. Being a landowner was an achievement for any formerly enslaved family in the post-Civil War economy. They cultivated 10 acres of their land for tobacco and wheat, and to manage their livestock. The remaining 15 acres were left as woodland to provide fuel for the house and wood for fence repair. The Browns' farm proved prosperous enough that the family was able to expand the cabin between 1890 and 1908 to include additional rooms and wood floors. Thomas Brown died at age 71 in 1908, when life expectancy for men was just 49.5 years. He is buried in the St. Charles Catholic Cemetery in Indian Head. He shares a headstone with his son Isaac C. Brown, who preceded his father in death at the age of 15 in 1887. At this time, few African Americans could afford to purchase a headstone. In the late 1920s, James Brown, a neighbor, acquired Thomas Brown's property at an auction for $30. After 3 years, he transferred it to Burley, Marie, and Caroline Brown, of no relation to James Brown. This parcel remained with the family until 1981, although the cabin was unoccupied after 1955. The state of Maryland purchased the property in 1998. Today, very little remains of the cabin. The site is now managed as part of the Myrtle Grove Wildlife Management Area.